man, I've been freaking out over the last like few weeks, like at nighttime. Like at nighttime, I'll be alone, and I just start thinking about the future of the world, and I start like legit freaking out. Like what would happen if we were like legit Armageddon, Mad Max, nuclear war? Like how far are we away from that? And it could just give me anxiety before I go to sleep. I'd just be laying there going, fuck, like, how does this all resolve? And then this fucking Israel thing pops off, and now I'm like legit freaked out.
I've been definitely buying a lot of stuff lately for my house, like end of the world shit. Like I'm getting Tesla solar right now, and battery packs so I can live off the grid. And
yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah,
if you can get your house solar, that's a big move. Just fucking a bit of, at a certain point in time, what's the electricity even getting you other than keeping the lights on? Though? What I'm scared of is like all communications are gone. Like how hard would it be to shut down our power grid? How hard would it be to blow a few satellites up and no one knows shit?
Yeah, that's why like that Starlink, the satellites thing. I'm thinking about getting that, even though I have great internet, but just because what if? It's scary.
Yeah, I was in the mountains in Utah and they had Starlink and it was great. It works everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's real, but people keep thinking it's UFOs.
Oh yeah,
like people keep filming it flying. What is that?
Yeah, the dots in the air.
Like I was telling you the other day, I'm sitting at home, like wondering about the fate of the world. Are we literally going to be in a fucking mad? Because you don't think anything's going to go bad until it goes bad. Mm-hmm. You remember the day before 9/11? It was just fucking normal America. Yay. And then the next day, chaos. And then everyone's riding around with an American flag on their car.
Yeah.
Like, anything can happen. And if anything does happen, like, how much is the world going to change? I mean, like, if you think about any sort of, like, horrific natural disaster that has hit humanity since the beginning of time, whether it's super volcanoes or earthquakes or any of these chaotic things, when those things happen, when the Mongols roll into your town, when Nazi Germany starts taking over Europe, like, fuck, we want to think that can't happen, but 100% that can happen. And when I'm alone at night and I'm a little high. That's the thing that freaks me out the most. The things that freaks me out the most is international conflicts between superpowers and how they're willing to kill a certain amount of people, right? So like what's the number where they won't cross that line? Because if you've got groups of people that are willing to shoot missiles into apartment buildings and fly jets down and gun people down, and you've seen all those crazy drones, if we're willing to kill a certain amount of people, like what's the line where they won't cross? What's the line? Is it 1 million people? Is it a nuclear bomb? What is the line?
There's probably no line.
And when you think about how much people loved America after 9/11, the whole world was like on America's side. And how much we fucked that up in 23 years or 22 years.
Yeah.
Fucked that up. A million innocent people die because of the Iraq War. I mean, that everybody knows that.
We need a 9/12 immediately.
We probably are due for one. That's
Right.
what's scary when you see this Israel thing. Like, it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me because when I see something like that happen, there's no clear way this resolves peacefully. Like, this is bad. This is real bad. And Israel's going to go into Palestine. They're already bombing, and there's all. And is there a retaliation for that? And what happens then? And what other countries get involved? And fuck, man. It just really puts into perspective that there's some shit going on that you're not thinking about because it's not in your life. So if you're a guy like you or I, let's say us, because we're comedians, so we're hanging out at the comedy club, we're doing podcasts, that's our world. Our world is fucking around with people. Our world is telling jokes. Our world is hanging out with our friends and doing shows. Their world is killing people. Their world is controlling resources, and they don't play fair. Like they release stories that aren't true. They use disinformation to switch narratives. They have social media posts that aren't real so they can get people riled up about certain things. And then they're also coordinating military attacks. That's their world. We just don't think about that world because we're not in that world. But people have been in that world since the beginning of time. What they've done with us is they've sheltered us in such a way and then censored all the mainstream media in such a way that they completely control the narrative of how you think about what can and cannot happen in the world and why these things are happening. And we're seeing that right now. We're seeing that like in your face where you're like, what? And you're also seeing people with massive amounts of conspiracies now, right? And whenever something like that happens, there's always the people that are like, how did they not know this was going to happen? Like, isn't this the most sophisticated surveillance systems in the world? This, like, Israel's they're the people that invented Pegasus. That's that shit that gets on your phone where they can listen to anybody, and they have like they have that iron dome that protects them against missiles. Did you ever see that working?
Mm-mm.
They were just showing it the other night. Show videos of the Iron Dome working. It's crazy. So as Hamas is launching these missiles, they're shooting missiles at the missiles and blowing them up in the sky.
Okay.
It's wild. Look at this.
Yeah. It's old school missile command. Remember that video? Again?
Yeah. I mean, you have to be 100% accurate because any one of these is going to kill a bunch of people. But I mean, just imagine living in Israel and you go outside and you're seeing missiles getting hit by bombs. Look at this.
It's insane.
Look at this. They're just jacking them in the sky. But if they miss one, that's a wrap. I mean, how much do each one of these missiles that they're shooting at these other missiles cost?
Right. That's what I was thinking. Is $1 million.
And how are they getting all the money to shoot those missiles at Israel? Like, all of it is crazy.
Yeah.